And here we are in Act 2. We've got a map that looks a little like this. In fact, it looks exactly like it. And we've got a boss called the Champion. What are the considerations that we have to make in Act 2 as the Watcher?
I'm just laughing at the consideration that the map might actually look a little like this, like it was some kind of modified to fit the aspect ratio of your TV viewing experience or something, you know?
Because there's a
Slightly
true
adapted from
representation
the
of this
original
map
film.
somewhere.
Right. Considerations in Act 2, I mean, we have to beat the boss. That's a consideration. How will we scale up enough damage to defeat Champ? The truth is, I think this deck already does, almost.
Yeah.
Literally just building a handful of zero-cost smites with a pen nib and a Source of Wrath is like already most of what we need. And then the second consideration is, how are we going to get strong enough for the rest of the run? And I think a big thing, we talked about this in the beginning, but a big pitfall that people run into with Watcher is, Watcher tends, once you figure out the class, and she's hard to learn, you know, it's very puzzly. It's very, turn order matters a lot. But once you figure out the puzzle, you feel really strong. You just kill things. But there's a jump between I can do 100 damage in a hallway fight to I can do 300 damage while blocking for 3 turns or 5 turns, or I can do 800 damage while blocking. And in particular, that concept, pulling together a block core on Watcher, is really tricky. And we've already got some good pieces for it. Kunai, Weave with Foresight, like we've got ways to scale up block, but we definitely need to see some more cards. So it's just going to be a balance. Like you said, I think there's incredible events in this act that I would love to see. But if we skate through the act on like a 6 event path and we don't look at a bunch of cards, my equity in the run goes down a lot, I think. That's my fear.
Which is the opposite to how I would usually stand of let's go to the events and get as powerful as possible kind of situation, which I am trying to disabuse myself of.
It's just a balance. And you want to visit some because, like you said, some events are just crazy strong, you know? To get 2 relics at the end of the act with Colosseum, we already beat Colosseum. Like, Thwack, we can take it.
If you get Jax as this character, like there's a reason this character has their only strength gain behind a very expensive card or a card that debuffs you permanently.
Right. Yeah, Jax is solid. Are we gonna cycle back to the lesson learned?
Yes.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure that I had my block core up.
Solid. Can we win this turn if we draw Eruption? We've already got a smite.
Yeah?
We might be able to.
Ooh, okay.
I think we can.
Yeah. This one I'm gonna do off of instinct because we have 2 in hand of the miracles, so we should be fine. Then 1 more.
I see. Get that little bit of pen nib. It matters.
And little. Okay. Is it now time for the foreign influence?
I love this halt.
Really?
I love halt. It's so good, and it double dips on dexterity. It's so good. Yeah.
So what? Really... Now we're looking for Tantrum, Simmering Fury.
I mean, I'm looking for those cards anyway, to be honest.
Okay.
My play with Watcher has expanded a lot, but what I am starting to realize is just with all the classes, you know, you have a character voice. There's a style that you have when you play, and certain cards, I am just almost always happy to find. And Tantrum and Simmering Fury, I'm almost always happy to find.
Simmering Fury is growing on me, but Tantrum is for me very much if I'm extremely aggressive, I'll take it. But I don't run it consistently. It is another thing that I think I got stuck in the trap of looking at it and going, this is a build rather than this is a tool in a build.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You don't need to be Stance Revolution to get value from a card that says do a bunch of damage, change stance, and then also you can do it again because it goes into your draw. It's just really, it can let you keep your deck more precise. I think that's the real value of Tantrum, is like you're allowed then to take less other stuff. We already have like water up too. Nice.
Yeah, I got that out on the first turn.
Ooh, I like the kunai proc. It's juicy.
I figure, especially because we're not going to be doing like incremental hits to the enemy consistently here, that we're going to need a fair bit of defense as we start getting ready for the later turns. Especially because like the enemy hasn't made me frail yet, but as soon as that happens, life becomes hard.
True. Fun fact here, you just drew that weave too, which I love.
Yeah.
I know you know this, that's why you did it, but I don't think it's clear to many people. If you have Foresight in play and you see Weave in the top 4 cards and you discard it, you then immediately draw it because that was a scry action. Super, super cool interaction.
Sorry, one sec. 17, 24. 24 is 41, 41, 26, 67, 67. The enemy has 60. Oh, they have a good, nice amount of HP. No, wait. Pressure points as well. No, we're fine. Wait, hang on.
We made it.
60. Right, it was 67. Yeah, we should be fine. God.
Right? Yeah, we're there. I know.
There's no way.
Class. Yeah.
Okay, good. There's just making absolutely certain I didn't miscalculate that. Oh, I wish I could use that instead.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. That's kind of a bummer. Well, that's okay. I mean, we're just building so much value, right? Oh, I love the third up. I just don't think we need more damage, honestly. With Battle Hymn and the cards that we have and all the upgrades, like, if I'm adding more damage into the deck at this point, I'm looking for, like, Foreign Influence is solid. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I'm looking for something beyond. Frankly, it's the recurring cards. Like, I think we can't do much better than Weaves right now, honestly.
That's exactly
really good.
exactly what I was looking at the deck and was about to say, which is specifically getting the Weaves back consistently with the Kunai and having another third eye to do it more consistently. Oh, be still my beating heart. It's going to be so good.
But this is what I find, right? This is why I said I'm into this Weave when we took it, is that I find that it so often plays into cards and relics. Like, you're just gonna get value from recurring attacks in this class. Ooh.
Do not love this turn.
Yeah.
Trader Bottle is about to trigger at the end of the turn as well.
Oof, right off that conclude. Brutal. I guess we could have played the Miracle and, like, tried to, I don't know, there's something weird to do there, but
I kind of want to keep the Miracle exclusively just for, like, oh, what if I draw a hand of nothing but all threes?
Agree.
Like,
agree. One of the big things with Lesson Learned is, I think, deciding when you're willing to let go of it, and this is definitely one of those fights. Like, if the draw just doesn't line up, I'm willing to just go for the lethal in this fight. Absolutely.
I'm kind of planning on just waiting until I have enough smites, using the third eye to just, going past all the aggression.
Nice. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. We don't need to worry about attacking very much. Yeah.
Bring the Weave back into hand at 3 cost.
At 3. Yeah. That's a little brutal.
Hang on. So 12, 8. Yeah, okay. Save exactly 7 for the next turn.
Nice. Calipers would be good here.
It is. It's extremely good here. It's a good friend of the run.
Oh, can we win? Can we Lesson Learned here after Eruption with a Miracle?
Yes.
With the Smites? I think we've got it. Yeah.
124. Don't have the ability to cast the other one. Damn it. I just want the Pendant.
I actually prefer Pendant on 8.
Yeah, for the Eruption setup and then the...
Yeah.
I just started thinking about that. Well, we are putting more Scry in this deck. So do we want to go Nirvana or Cut Through Fate?
To be honest, even with a bunch of Scry, Nirvana is... It could use 1 or 2 more. I've taken it and gotten value out of it, but I just don't think that it keeps pace with the other really, really strong block cards in the common pool. And sometimes you have to take it.
So it is 4 block a turn with the Foresight right now.
It's true, and that's like a Metallicized plus, right? And maybe that's good. Well, why don't we try it? It's let's play with the powers.
I'm into it. I also want to hit the shot more than the question mark.
Underscales compared to some of the other really strong block cards, but like I said, pulling together a block core is hard, right? So you can't be too picky.
And any excess, we're just keeping it.
Is Caliper's value. Yep.
This writhe in my opening hand.
Yeah, we've got to get rid of one of these for sure. I'm happy with how often we're landing Lesson Learned here. This deck is going to be fully upgraded, and that's like
huge upgrade. It's like we got the Mind Bloom event on the Act 1, but it took ages to actually really start kicking in.
Is this the Eruption Pen Nibbed Lesson Learned for 52 damage?
I'm thinking about
Single shot the back line. The other thing we could do is flex potion on this turn and eruption, kill one with lesson learned and strike another one for 22. And then we're taking hella damage, but at least, I don't know. It's a tough turn.
Looking at the rest of the deck, and specifically the fact that there's a conclude and we're about to end the turn on eruption, I think we don't need to touch the flex potion.
Okay. Just get one down and yeah.
So this is 2650. Yeah, okay. That there.
Not bad. This hurts though, and we're about to be in an elite fight.
Yeah, it's.
I would miracle strike at least. I would get more damage online for sure. You know, trader bottle. There it is.
The bottle has been really mean today.
It's so cruel. It's so cruel. Oh man. Hey, but at least we have lethal here. So that's good.
Yes, we do.
Trader bottle. Why are you the way you are? Oh.
Ooh. We have no weakness in this deck yet.
Yeah. But can you pass the inner piece? I think so. I think I do too. I think getting the Sash Whip is really big, but it is hard here to pass the inner piece. I think it is in my opinion, inner piece and meditate are the two like premier comm sources, and we're gonna want them. But
Vigilance is expensive, and it's an only calm entry at the moment.
The only one. That's the thing, which makes it a lot harder to hold stance across turns when you're looking at a 1 in 5 to see your vigilance or whatever. Upgraded. Yikes. And we have battle him.
It's got the weakness.
I would take it.
Turn. Yeah, we have
I would
to.
take it. I would take it. But we do really need more calm. Oh man. Oh dude, it's so good. It's got everything. This shop is awesome.
So
it's very strong.
I mean, my immediate pitch is we buy fasting, and then we buy left everything except for follow-up.
Love it.
Cool.
Love it.
Didn't have the ability to buy the follow-up anyway. Great. Love a good wallop. Oh.
On sale wallop. Yeah. People often ask me, they're like, Teak, is fasting that good? It's a whole extra energy. And the really quick kind of, I think, mechanical way to, maybe I'll talk about this after Book of Stabbing, because this fight's going to be really close. This fight is really scary. Like we need to start being afraid of this fight immediately. Like, are we using potions? We're about to proc Ink Bottle. Do you want a miracle here and proc the Ink Bottle before we play Conclude? Definitely Strength Pot for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. How much collect do we have after this? Did we only play it for one, or did we play it for more?
We played it for one. Just played it with the base pure water. There are so many cards left in this deck that are important to draw and play. I'm worried about ending the turn on the conclude.
I would how about this for a mid option? What if we play Strike, and then that way we don't play the miracle right away, and we can play around whatever we draw?
Okay. Into it.
And now we just have to decide if we want to play Conclude, and I like the choice to not. We're going to be getting some value out of Flex Potion in this fight, for sure. And what's our draw?
Weave, Wallop, Sash Whip. Just straight play. The draw, most of these are powers, so I'm not interested in the Simmering Fury right now.
The one thing Simmering Fury does in addition to Wrath is give you more cards, but Vigilance is behind us, I think.
Yeah, it is. We have no exit.
So, good with that. If only Empty Body was ahead of us, too. Yeah, and how much block are we? Oh, we're overblocking there. That's good. That's good. God, and we have Calipers to play around too, which we might be able to do in the future. Raps is so scary. This is a really scary fight.
Yeah, at the very start of the floor, I remember thinking, okay, now ask about the elites and ask about how we planned on countering each of them. And unfortunately, I did not do.
No, it's okay. We've got the things in the deck. This is a deck that it doesn't hard counter almost any fight, but it can fight all the stuff in Act 2. It just sometimes we have to tank health in the early fight to be fast enough. It's a tricky class and a tricky build. Okay.
I'm not entirely against the idea of using the Blessing of the Forge to upgrade the fasting here.
Literally just for fasting here, and play like fasting third eye, or no, it's.
I would probably miracle
Foresight.
the Nirvana and Foresight out as well.
Okay. And then I guess we're. And what's in the draw?
Aggression.
Are we gonna try to go for the kill next turn?
I
Can we?
do not think so. The
We
most
might
damage we get is this is a 44 after the eruption. So
it could be even more.
944.
We have a flex pot. It can be more. We've got a flex pot.
Okay, it can be 20 more than that, so 64.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty good. That's half the life.
14, 64. We also, if we do use the fasting this turn as well, we've got 3, so hang on.
Yeah.
12, 17, 17, and then this is 3 strength
9,
plus
20, so it's actually 80. Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. We also have the base 2 strength that we already have that isn't being calculated on the cards.
Yeah. We can win next turn, and I think we should plan to win next turn. We might be able to do it without the Blessing of the Forge even. We might be able to play this fasting as it is and just plan to flex. Yeah. In fact, I think we can. So then it's not Nirvana, but we just Foresight and hold Miracle? Or do we Third Eye also to start digging? Oh, those things actually kind of fight each other. Unless we're going to Third Eye away the whole hand after upgrading it, then Foresight can only look at the top of your deck. So it'll get cut off by the not shuffle.
I still think that it's probably Third Eye. Maybe it's Third Eye Nirvana. Because if we're killing next turn.
Yeah. And are we going to need the Miracle?
Wait, do we need either of them? Or do we... We might hold the Miracle. Well, we might hold the Miracle because we're throwing Battle Hymn. It's not immediate damage. Pressure Points is a little bit of damage. We probably don't throw the Strike, to be honest. But yeah, the extra energy next turn might matter.
Is Eruption Strike follow-up lethal by itself? Or do we need one more attack in hand? 9 plus 10 is 19. And then the next one we decided was plus 21 is 84. 19, 84. And then we've got another... Oh, yeah, we have lethal in hand. Yeah, so we're gold. Oh, the weave.
We didn't want to do that, actually. We didn't want to
play it anyway. No, yeah, it's good. We did right.
Oh, I accidentally did the right thing.
Wait. We need to flex. We have to.
Oops.
Woo! Traps.
It's fine. I was just making it closer. I think it's the tranquility.
It scared me. Yeah, I like it. We do feel like we need one more source of calm right now, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Do you want to see a fight before the rest?
Put me on my
And
toes,
a question mark. Yeah, look, I'm just making sure that you're paying attention.
Awake? Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake. You got me. I'm here. I'm clocked in.
I mean, are there any important cards that are specifically languishing without an Well, fasting.
I love to rest right away, and here's why. We benefit from the health buffer because it lets us land more lesson learned. One of the values of lesson learned is that you can just rest, right? So you can afford to use health more aggressively. Oh, man. Woo. This fight is an elite fight, too, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Oh, it 100% needs to be coded as that eventually. Oh.
Scary
Why is this the hand I have to have?
Maybe it's acceptable. What if we like Eruption, Sash Whip, Miracle, Tranquility? Seems acceptable, at least, if not great. Push some damage on the Shelled Parasite. It's okay. And you could even... I'm not... We could Blessing of the Forge here, too, if we really wanted to, and then you don't have to pop the Miracle. Tranquility's free or something.
I mean, Blessing the Forge is getting less and less valuable the further and further we go.
It's true. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's simplify this fight. And that means no Miracle, because we can just do the thing.
I mean, yeah, we already have one establishment out. We don't necessarily need Nirvana, so yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. That's like a solid lead. It's block. It's damage. Anyway, while you resolve this fight, it's kind of fun. I really like getting to be the backseater, actually, because when you're clicking on cards, I feel like I'm kind of watching auto chess occasionally, where I get to kind of see, what happens next. Talk about the cards. But people ask me about fasting. They're like, how can you take that card? Like, being on 2 energy, isn't that the end of the world? And the long answer is you're rarely on 2 energy. But the short answer is just think about a hand of strikes or defends. On 3 energy with no strength, 3 strikes is 18 damage. Or maybe you're in Wrath and it's 36. But with fasting, 3 strength or 4 strength upgraded at 4 strength, you can play 2 strikes, but they're doing 10 damage each. You're already doing more damage. 3 defends is 15 block, but with 4 dexterity, 2 defends is 18 block. So, you know, you get a lot of economy out of 3 strength and 3 dexterity, or 4 strength and 4 dexterity. It goes a long way. It's definitely worth an energy. And frequently you can circumvent that through miracles, through Deva form, through artifact, through all sorts of things. So, card's solid. Maybe you can't take 6 of them. Maybe you can. Depends on the deck. Ooh. We're gonna learn a lesson? Or can we wait?
I'm thinking about learning the lesson, but I don't know how long we can wait when we're going to be starting Frail soon, and you're buffing for the second time. So I think we just take the damage this turn.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The other option was to Miracle and Smite conclude. Oh wait, we have more energy too. Nice. We got a Gremlin Horn. When did that happen?
Oh yeah, that was the Book of Stabbing. Done that for us.
Much about that.
I really wish I could just.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the APM strats? Can I get it out?
So I don't know if this got fixed, but
normality.
Actually, though, did you know that you could do this with Blue Candle and normality?
Yeah.
You know about this? Okay.
I did. I once sat for 20 minutes in a video just going. I found the easiest way to do it is to, like, if this is the normality and it's like 4, yeah, number key.
Yeah. Slam 4.
It's fine. Just get concluded.
Turn hurt. This is where, like, some players play this game, particularly with Watcher runs, very, very slowly and analytically, and the class does reward it. Like, if you want to take 10 minutes to look at your draw and think about statistics and what you're going to draw and damage potential and stuff, like, this class will reward that kind of play. I can't play that way, but I appreciate people who do. And we might land our lesson learned. Oh, we already did it. We did it against the mushroom. So we're gold. Yep. Get the heck out of Dodge. Nice.
Is just lucky ever anything?
Yes, it is. You have the card that makes it something. You've got fasting, and we have a kunai. It's, like, good, actually. It's solid.
It's weird because, like, I look at that and Regal Pillar rests in the next space.
Yeah, I love it.
I look at that and I immediately go, anchored again. I don't like Just Lucky because Just Lucky doesn't do things, but
it doesn't do enough. That's frequently true, right? Like, I think everybody should have. Are we going right path for Force Double Elite, or do we want to go left one here so we have the option?
I like left, but I also like left with your event. Yeah,
I like that.
Yes! It's my favorite of the events on this floor is the Watcher.
Are you gonna take it?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna Ritual Dagger?
100%. Why would you not?
Even with the health loss and the competition with your lesson learned?
Yep.
Yeah, because everything's about to be upgraded. All right, let's do it. We are missing some front-loaded damage in this run too, so it's actually solid. We need fights. Didn't Ritual Dagger used to upgrade on minions? It was one of those that had the alternate fatal.
It did, and then when they had to change the fatal keyword for it, it ruined it.
It is harder to use.
Oh,
definitely harder.
Can't believe they did that to me personally.
But you know what? I appreciate that choice because cognitive overhead is a real thing, and that concludes so good.
Concludes so good, but we are about to be weakened, so we are going to need extra damage to actually take those minions out.
Does that mean we also keep the follow-up then?
Oh, do we? Because we need another attack before it if we want it to be free.
Yeah. What do we have? We haven't seen Weave or anything yet?
No.
I don't know. What's in the draw?
What's that draw?
This might be like the super aggro hand where we drop Defend and hold the other two.
We will be attacked next turn.
Yeah, we will be. Yeah. I wish that we had a panic button. I don't know, something that's kind of in the back of my head.
If it had only shown up this run, because of course we both know it hasn't.
Yep. So awkward.
Is it? No, it's too much of a gamble to try and Simmering Fury as well for the extra draw.
I don't know. It might not be. If we do it, do we pitch all of these cards?
I mean, we have to, right? Because we're just looking for single target kills on each of the front. I mean,
we have an
get
empty
defended
body,
as well.
a tranquility, and a vigilance. There's a lot of targets, but if we whiff, we just like lose. And this ladder's over. Can I see our draw? Actually, I don't want to do this, but
yeah, sure.
We might have to start getting. You have to click the little eye, and then you can open the deck with the A button.
I hate that.
Yeah, but it can be done. It can be done. It can be done.
Hey, I like that. That's still pre-selected.
Yeah, isn't that neat? Carries over. This is so tricky.
We have so much setup left in the deck that I feel very threatened by the idea of going all out here.
We just need a couple more sources of exit or calm. At a higher Ascension, you might have to just do this. I don't think that we have to do the Simmering Fury thing this time. So I'm inclined to say that we shouldn't. With the weakness, I guess Conclude is doing 25% less, so it's 12, and these minions are also getting blocked. I don't know how much Grim Leader blocks for it this Ascension. Later on, it's like 10, but maybe it's not so much now.
It's like 4
But we're going to need a lot of damage. Conclude, I think, is still part of the plan. It's just like we need more.
Is it pitch defend?
I think it's that.
Looking for yeah.
I think this is the middle play. I think the middle play is don't Simmering Fury, but do pitch defend. Yeah, that cancel button will stay up until you decide that you'd like to dismiss it. By the way, you can keep it.
It's coming along for the run. I don't care how much energy I have.
Energy is irrelevant, frankly, to playing this video game.
Of course.
Oh, the empty body. Oh wait, but Wallop is good. We've got things here, and this is another hand. Wait. This is a huge blessing of Forge hand, I guess, because we can get the Ritual Dagger upgraded now for the later kill. And our Wallop does more.
Oh, right, yes.
And our Miracle does more. This is solid, actually. This is good. It's good. We can get a decent amount of block between Wallop and Empty Body. It's good stuff.
I kind of want to try and kill the fat gremlin with the smite follower. No, that's not even enough. It's one short still. Oof.
What's your full plan? I was thinking play the Miracle and then basically play the whole thing. Like smite one, follow up the other, wallop someone, empty body, wallop someone. Maybe it's follow up and wallop on the fat gremlin to get maximum wallop value. End with a conclude after empty body. Okay. You can play the whole hand basically.
Smite, follow up, wallop.
Ooh, nice.
Empty body or foresight? This is like 11 straight damage protected right now.
We should probably block.
Yeah.
Probably block. I think we'll be okay without the foresight. It does hurt. Oh god, and the conclude with the gremlin.
And the fasting. Hang on. One tranquility. No, it's only a tranquility left in the deck. But if you're summoning, we can kill those minions pretty easily with like the smite that we'll all hear. I kind of want to go aggressive right now.
Do it.
1, 2, big smite.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. If they choose not to attack, they're choosing to forfeit.
I'm so happy that this time I'm going to definitely remember that Gremlin Horn exists. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not clicking the cards myself. I'm having trouble remembering that relic tonight. I would pitch. Maybe keep the tranquility. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe keep the tranquility. We want to find. We want to find lesson learned or ritual dagger, right? So we do. We want to have like some outs.
Yeah. Agreed. Just grumpy about it.
Feel you. Well, we can Ooh. Oh, we can overblock like crazy here too for some calipers value, right? Halt and defend.
I mean,
are we gonna get the ritual dagger kill? Should we just do the lesson learned? Which do we care about more?
So specifically because there's still the ritual dagger and the tranquility that want to be upgraded, I kind of want to keep going for the lessons learned at the moment. Sorry, the ritual dagger at the moment, but the ritual dagger doesn't have that much time to grow if we don't start using it now. I'm actually on board with the lessons learned.
I'm on board too. Yeah. I think the dagger needs to at least get into like the 30s or 40s so that I think one of Dagger's primary responsibilities is to kill one of the Act 4 elites. That's like its job.
Okay.
It's what we need it to do.
1,
End on 8.
2, yeah, I'm trying to end on 8, so gotta be that then.
Perfect.
Great. Got an elite in 2 spaces time, could be relevant.
I'm impressed by the pace. There's a lot of micro in this run. Hey, there's that protect you said you wanted. I think it's good.
I do like it. I'm just also considering whether or not Cut Through Fate is a possibility for the constantly trying to scry. Like, it's got the extra Nirvana and the extra weave value right now.
True.
It's not like our defense has been really hard so far. But I do want just like a defend card that we can straight up play while we're trying to do all of our other setups with the powers.
Right. Yeah, it's tricky, right? We're starting to get into that range of deck to where you have to start asking, like, how much dilution are we doing? Do we need to just kind of hold out for the really high value stuff? It gets hard.
Mm-hmm. I turn this down.
I think so too.
Yeah. It increases the size of the deck too. For like.
Oh yeah, we've already removed a bunch of strikes too. Yeah. I was even going to turn that down if I was on 5 strikes, I think. But but I don't know for sure.
It's quite the play right there. If we had another attack, I would love that attack. Wallop. Oh, go for it. But I think we might take a little bit of damage this turn and go for Battle Hymn, Establishment, and Wallop, because we need to set these up as the damage engine in a couple turns' time.
Agreed. Or is it even Battle Hymn, Establishment, Empty? Well, we should go in. We should Wallop.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I mean, we weren't going to use it the next turn anyway, but would we? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. It's never far, though. It's never far. And that's one of the cool things about the class.
See, this is the thing. Like, these are the turns that, like, because our first turn was pretty defense light, and second turn, pretty defense light. This is what I'm worried about. We're constantly getting these defense light turns in the start. It's what I'm hoping the Protector's going to help us address.
It's going to. It's definitely going to. It's definitely going to. And the other card that we're looking for very aggressively, I think, is Meditate. Which will be your little micro pyramid. Oh boy. Is it going to be... Can we Vigilance Simmering Fury this next turn?
Yeah, I think.
If we pitch a defend? Yeah. Yeah, and then just like... Oh, and Just Lucky to line us up? Oh, we can totally do this.
Just Lucky doesn't line us up anymore. We already have the...
Oh, I meant more to make sure that our next draw is reasonable, but we have Foresight to help with that too, right?
Yeah.
So, should be good. We need another source of Wrath. Where's Tantrum at? Well, there's got to be so many Book of Stabbing. What's happening?
This is really annoying. I mean...
It's a lot of book.
We fought... Thank heck we'd fought our Emerald Elite, because just yesterday, I had a real bad time with a Book of Stabbing Emeralds that happened to get strength. It was like, oh, great. So I'm fighting the boss of the floor early, I guess.
I generally find that if I don't take the Empowered Elite in Act 1, I'm waiting till Act 3. It's hard to take the Act 2 Empowered Elite. They're really scary. Surprised you pitched the Fasting with the 5 energy on this turn.
I kind of just figured that we were mostly going to max it out in terms of attacks, but yeah, no, I don't think I was thinking of the extra 2 energy from the Simmering change.
Yeah, it might be a big differentiator on damage here.
So play 3 attacks first. Okay. Yeah, because we can get the Halt upgrade.
Definitely want to double dip on.
We also have Tranquility to get out of this, so we're fine. But
yeah, just maximizing damage, maximize kunai, maximize halt, maximize everything. Can we do even more? What is our energy at? This cancel button is killing. Oh god.
Okay. Incoming is... I mean, are we gonna just Tranquility out of this? Because if we do, just do that first and then look at the damage rather than calculate, I think.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to convert energy here towards some damage. I'm definitely smiting and striking, I think, right?
Yeah. Throw both of those out.
Yeah, because now we're like... Ooh, you can protect, even. You take 1 damage here.
No, I take none.
It's cold. Oh yeah, like water. So good.
It's the bestest. I think we pitch all of these, and we're just looking for the finisher.
Agree.
Hello, finisher. I guess it's you today.
Well, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Nice. That might be what it is we just take whichever of the finishers is offered. It's
Do we want 2 free smites every turn?
It's a line. It's hilarious. You should click the card.
Our
This is
opening
funny.
hand is
Oh god,
garbage,
our opening hand is
though.
garbage. No. Ooh. Oh, we. I can't be the devil on the shoulder, can I? It is very funny. It is very funny to have 2 free smites every turn. It's like genuinely a lot of damage.
It is. Yeah.
And also we're like
it's also
hemorrhaging every
towards
floor.
the kunai, but yeah.
We should do it. We can do it. We got to get rid of an establishment right away.
All right.
And then we'll be.
You didn't have to take much effort to convince me. Oh, indignation!
Oh. Okay, yeah. It's too bad we can't take all 3. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rushdown is really good. It's really good. Which
I
is an
think just
indication as to
because-
how good the old card was. What was it called? Adaptation? Anticipation?
Yes.
Something
Adaptation.
like that? Draw 2 cards anytime you do anything related to a stance. It's basically what
was-
that card said.
It was wild. I remember like the
It was
7 different
wild.
versions of that.
Yeah.
They were trying to nerf it fairly, and then they were like, you know what? Roth only.
We need to nerf it all the way.
So I'm kind of happy with just lucky smite conclude.
Yeah, and start stacking kunai. Stacking kunai without doing too much damage and like getting all of our powers online is the easiest way to win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Get decks, get fasting online eventually, get every power online. Yeah,
Oh, we're even fully
we're gonna be
defended this turn.
we did. The boat relics are so good.
They
Anchor, Horncleat. Yeah, I think Horncleat. So I'm curious what your opinion is. I think if I had to pick one as the most consistently impactful, it's actually Horncleat. Turn 2 is almost always doing something spooky in all the scariest fights. Turn 3 is sometimes too deep into the fight, and turn 1 sometimes gets skipped. I think Horncleat is the best of the trio.
I haven't thought about it before, but I think I would tend to agree. In particular, I think it would be like I would go, first turn. You see the first turn in every fight, so the anchor rather
Right.
is really good. But yeah, that is a good point. That like the more dangerous stuff usually waits until turn
Right.
2. Not with
In Act
everyone,
1
obviously. Like the Chosen is a different kind of example, but
Yeah. In Act 1, 2 of the 3 elites never attack on turn 1. All 3 of the bosses don't attack on turn 1. The heart does nothing on turn 1. Scariest turn is in the Act 4 elites is turn 2. Like a lot of fights really activate on turn 2.
Ascension 20 Gremlin makes you vulnerable turn 1 and then makes you dead turn 2.
Are you talking about Gremlin Knob?
Gremlin Knob, yes, sorry.
That's turn 3 actually. It goes buff, and then vulnerable,
right.
and then
Sorry, that
24
was-
damage.
There is the buff turn, the pick up your
Yeah.
own flame.
It is spooky though. It's a spooky fight. Well, so I like getting the powers online for sure.
Just trying to see, like, do we throw anything out as well? Do we, like, just hold everything? Like, hold.
I'm holding, yeah, I think, because now we've got 3 free cards now, and the protect is always free now. We can probably already play fasting too if we wanted, but it might actually be easier to play this fight without, because it makes it easier for us to consistently kunai every single turn. But we've got smites doing that. So
Yeah,
we're fine.
the smites are going to be the engine for that.
Yeah.
We can just hold an extra smite if we think we need it.
Yeah.
I think we just...
We all we have to do is just make sure to consistently have some kind of block, and we're gold. The big question is, what are we killing him with? Is it the ritual dagger or the lesson learned?
Hang on. 2 get discarded, and then we generate 2 to hand. We have 4 retains. Yeah, we're actually we're losing a draw this turn, so just throw out the extra smite.
Sure.
I think we'll probably end up killing with a ritual dagger, but I think we'll probably end up doing it just because it'll be more damage than the lessons learned.
That's fair. That's fair. Hope is free.
Yeah, it's smite, follow up, and then sash whip looks great here.
Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, is that smite not free? Do we not have any free smite? Oh, we did.
Smite, follow up, sash whip. Right, yeah, and we've got the fasting out.
Right, so he started it too. Right.
Mhm.
I'm like, what the heck happened?
Well, I'm gonna
In my
enter
mind, I was
calm.
playing Vigilance. Yeah, I like that.
Let's go for the entire thing
Okay,
regardless.
so we're at 6 dexterity already. Stronk.
Yeah, this enemy's going to have a lot of a difficult time actually dealing damage to us.
At some point in time soon, we start building up the hand of a 1,000 smites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just like eruption and smite. How close is our eruption? Do we have an indignation now too, right?
We have an eruption and an indignation both in the draw pile at this moment.
Good. Then soon I think we're turning in, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use one of the cost. No, wait, they become 0 cost next turn anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
0 cost. Ooh, stop giving me all the cards I want to kill with before I get the cards that help me kill with them.
You're early.
Come back later. Hold the protect.
Really stoked for. Sure, we can. Yeah, I like that line. This miracle is just straight kicking it. Just out here hanging out.
I'm worried because
This
next
is
turn
fine.
we're going to be weak next turn as well. So I might as well just throw out the extra smite right now because we're not killing for another 10 at least with a pen nib.
I guess that's true, actually. I guess we don't want to phase change with it, so this is the perfect time. Yeah. You know, one thing when you start getting your hand clogged with stuff like this, I think it feels uncomfortable because it's like, I'm not drawing. But a lot of times it's actually just fine because the cards your hand is clogged with are good and consistent.
I just worry specifically for whether or not we're going to hit the cards.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially because I don't want to slow down the
good.
cycle for these.
Oh, we can set up with Simmering Fury too if we wanted to do it that way, which actually might be the strongest. And just hold a handful of 5 smites at that point or whatever.
All right. Sorry about all of these slow turns. With this many cards in hand, I have too many choices.
No one will blame you.
Also, the annoying thing is I scried past the weave, but then I drew my full hand, and then the weave didn't come back because my hand was
Oh no, that's funny. Yeah, no one who's played this class can blame you for having to think to play Watcher. Watcher is the think class.
Big thonk time.
Big think. Oh.
I could actually double smite again. That's 2 more triggers of the kunai.
But then we're phase changed. If we do that.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. We've got 2 turns of frailty, but we've got 3 turns of vulnerability. All right. Can't do that.
I think you do 1 more smite at least for the kunai proc, and then maybe just block. You know, like throw up the vigilance or whatever, and go for that Simmering Fury Giganta play on the turn after.
Okay. Pitch all of these, just trying to get to the next cycle as quickly as possible. Of course not.
I am actually then all over indignation,
killing this turn.
Eruption, indignation, and just play the hand.
Yeah, end them. You don't get to ruin my life for this long.
Now, we don't have to kill now because we've got 2 turns. So yeah, Simmering Fury and try to get the meta progression.
Very much into it.
I'm digging
Get out of here. Found him.
Bingo. Nice fight. I mean, but we knew that, right? At the beginning of the act, we said we already beat Champ, basically. We just have to figure out how to not die to double Book of Snapping, which turned out to be the challenge.
Yeah, it turned out to be a very rough way for that to go. I'm looking at these at the moment. I mean, Ragnarok I always like, but it's really expensive.
We have this problem where we don't seem to have found any talk to the hand, which this deck would really like, actually. I don't know. I might take Wish here.
Is there any consideration for not taking anything?
Yeah, I do think that this is skippable. It's too bad because the Ragnarok looks like it should be great, right? Like, we've got Source of Strength already. We have a pen nib. And we could take it and lug it around behind us and, like, maybe... The Wish, the reason why I like to take Wish here over Skip is, even if you only do it every once in a while, to just get, like, 75 gold out of it pays for the card.
The thing is, like, we have so many things that we want to wait for already. We've got the Ritual Dagger and the Lessons Learned. And
it's going to take us 6 hours to get through Act 3.
I'm just worried that, like, when does this get played? When is it ever better than the other options I'm already holding in hand? Or rather, when do I have a lull turn to play it? I'm on skip. Like, I'm like 75 behind skip.
The one consideration here is if we're about to look at a Snecko Eye, then Ragnarok and Wish suddenly get pretty exciting. And the Battle Hymn is adding cards to our hand. It's not drawing them. And Establishment still works. But, you know, hard to say if the grace of Snecko will visit us today.
I do a lot of speculative picks for Snecko. I have many times before picked my, like maybe even 2 Meteor Strikes with no plan to play them unless I get Snecko at the end of the first boss.
That's awesome.
I still sit behind skip.
Let's skip. We've got this.
Don't you dare Snecko us. Oh, thank you.
It's kind.
It's Cursed Key. This is very punishing against the heart. This is extremely punishing against the heart. 50-50 as to what you're going to have to fight. Cursed Key only gives us 1 curse next floor. Well, not maximum, but likely.
The only reason... So I actually think that one of the best classes to take Runic Dome is Watcher, because Watcher is usually either blocking or not. Like, so much passive block. But this is one of the few cases where that's not exactly true. Like, we've got, like, Protects that we need to line up, and we're not generating a ton of passive blocks. Some. Yeah, I like Kursky here. I agree.
Cool.
We'll benefit from the energy, that's for sure.
We will immediately leap into Act 3, and we'll catch you in that video, linked in the description down below.